Hi there.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, but I want to continue our conversation because I think I need to marry a vet. I'm just saying, not a vet, not that somebody who has served. Thank you for your service. But I'm
Yeah.
talking about a veterinarian. Although I would marry a vet who has served because I would be proud to do that. But that's a whole nother thing. Now then, you were talking about the two puppies that
Yeah.
you took in.
Yep.
You're earning your points in heaven, okay? And the vets charged you for the wrong tapeworm or the wrong
Oh my gosh.
the hell
Long
what?
story short, the first
Correct.
vet bill was for the two of them. The very first visit was like
Yeah.
200 and something dollars. Like they did good. Like they did two for one. So it was like a BOGO, one puppy for
Right.
the other. So I was like,
Right.
okay, this is not bad.
Hmm.
And then we told them that, they still the one puppy was still having a worm problem. Okay, there's hookworms, there's tapeworms. I didn't know the difference. But
Yeah.
so they gave me another dose of the same medicine.
Okay.
It's only a 3-day dose you do. Like the fifth day, I'm still seeing worms. So I call them up. I'm like, listen, there's something not right here with this puppy. So I bring in the sample. They charged me. They didn't do what they did the first time, a 2 for 1. Now I'm bringing the sample. It's not the puppies, nothing. It's $60, so it's $30 each sample. But I brought the sample to them. They just checked it and they checked it for the wrong thing. They're negative. I'm like, this dog's not negative. Like I see what I see. So she says, oh. So she explains as
Um,
different. And I'm like, but I told you this. So they got different medicine. I haven't seen a problem since the medicine, so they're fine. But it was $60 just to it's crazy. It's crazy to me.
I
And
know.
you got to do what you got to do. Like you got to take care of the puppies, but
Yeah.
and then like $40 for the medicine.
I have to tell you now. I took Jen, my dog,
Mhm.
last week, and 2 weeks ago it was about a $500 bill, getting this check, that check, this check, and you're like, you better be healthy, you goddamn dog. But anyway, I love her. But anyway, okay, fine. So I had to take her this past time. What did she need a checkup for? Oh, there was a little thingy on her. I'd say forelock, but I guess that's for a horse. But it was right here, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And I'm trying to
Yeah.
pick at it, which is not the smartest thing to do. And she's taking her paw away. I'm like, okay, we got to get this checked out. So the vet checks it out, and I love my vet, and all the techs where I go, they're all awesome. But she said, oh, this just looks like a sebaceous, like a sebaceous cyst, on a person. Don't worry about it. Keep an eye on it. Da 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 da. Okay, fine. And so I'm just looking at the vet and I'm like, don't charge me a lot of money. Don't charge me a lot of money. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it turned out to be only $70. But literally for like an in and out, about 10, 15 minutes. Wait a minute. I have a question. Do you have dog insurance or dog
I
insurance?
was just going to ask you. I'm going to follow up with one thing.
Okay.
Yes, we have dog insurance on Bella and Echo, not
Okay.
Pumpkin. I don't know why, but Bella and
Okay.
Echo have insurance. It's
Okay.
worth it. Do
Okay.
you?
No, I do not. I did, but that was way, way back when I had my two shepherds, and it got too expensive to do it every month because I thought these dogs are forever healthy. They both ended up having a type of
Uh,
blood cancer that they passed away within 8 months of each other. That was rough, but
uh,
I really should have uh, pet insurance. But
yes.
now, yeah. But
Food
anyway,
for food
hi,
for
dog.
thought.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Danny. Okay.
Food for thought. For anybody that has pets. Oh, Danny's there. Um, and for you, I don't know if you use Chewy.com for anything.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Hmm.
So Pumpkin recently went blind and they gave us medication for her eyes, two different
Uh-huh.
medications. The one medication, I was looking at it, they charged like, I think it was $36 for the medications. This little tiny bottle. For
Hmm.
shits and giggles, I was like, let me just look it up on Chewy. It was $11 on Chewy.
You know, I had an issue with that with
Yeah.
my vet because, like I said, I love my vet, but I guess they have to make their money somehow. But Jen's probiotics, 30 of them were $53. I got it on Amazon for 16. So you really do have to have shop around.
Yeah.
Danny's selling Jags that was over $9,000. That's
Yeah.
that's rough. That's
And
rough.
it only at the end, it only costs $900 because of the insurance.
Okay. Well, that's a lesson well learned, but, I'm going to try to get this stray cat in and see how that goes because she's losing her fur again. So I'm going to put together a crate and I'm going to, oh, God help me. Anyway, but I'll keep you updated about that because
Yeah.
before we go any further, what are we talking about next week, Lise?
Valentine's Day is stupid.
Oh no, this is killing me. All right, so that's I can't even say with a straight face. Okay, that's what we're talking about next week.
Yeah.
Lisa is I am pro Valentine's Day. Lisa is not, but I think she and Danny are romantic all the time anyway. For those of us who are single, we live for Valentine's Day. That's all I'm going to say about that. We'll talk about it next week. So,
Tonight we're talking about polyamory. It's a
polyamory
nice word for threesomes or foursomes.
or moresomes. Oh, okay.
Polycues.
Okay. How many, first of all, what is polyamory? Exactly what is polyamory? I
It's a
think it's
third.
probably stupid,
I
but
want to
anyway,
just
go ahead.
well, it's a form of consensual non-monogamy that involves having intimate relationships
Okay.
with
All
more
right.
than one partner at the same time in your home.
Okay. But, what, did you find some of these definitions for polyamory a little confusing? Because I had to read them again and again, and I don't consider myself a stupid person. But I
Well,
thought,
no,
wait a minute.
I had I took it a few steps further because there's more than just
Right.
that.
Right.
There's
Good grief.
triads, there's quads,
Uh
there's
huh.
V's,
Okay.
VEES is
Okay.
a relationship involving three people where one person is romantically or sexually involved with two partners who are not involved with each other.
That's V.
That's
V
the
is in
V's.
victory.
Yeah.
V.
So
Okay.
here, okay. So there's
Uh,
triads. Triads are three people who are romantically or sexually involved with each other. Quads, four people in a romantic or sexual relationship, often formed by two couples who expand their relationship to include the other couple. These are the relationship involving three people where one person is romantically or sexually involved with two partners who are not involved with each other. And the polycues is a complex network of interconnected
okay.
relationships
Okay.
among more than three people.
Okay, I got to tell you, one reason I would never do polyamory because it sounds too confusing, and it's like what the heck. But first of all, before we go any further, whoever practices it, we respect what you practice.
I'm
I don't think
intrigued. You kidding?
I don't think it's Lisa's jam. It's not my jam. But if you practice it, we do respect it. We're going to have some fun with it tonight, and so just go along with it. Let's
When
see.
is it considered an orgy?
Who said that? Well, okay. Well, that's a really good question, Deb, because I got nothing. This sounds like gangs you don't cross in West Side Stories yet. When you're a jet or a poly, you're a poly all the way. I don't know. But anyway, hi, Jace. That's our producer. If you need a producer, go to producerjace.com. Just saying. But polyamory, first of all, I have a question for you, Lisa. Is it cheating?
No,
Is it cheating? Why is it cheating?
because you all agree to it. It's not
Okay.
cheating.
Okay.
Unless, I mean,
You're
is it
right.
cheating if, let's just say, you're all on the same page, but then the one couple sneaks off without the third party knowing?
So, okay, all right. Well, here's the thing. First of all, I agree with that, but two's company, three's a crowd, and it's always going to be two against one. If you have a fight
No,
or something, it what?
no.
Yes, yes,
Not
absolutely.
if you no, if you create
Yeah.
a polyamory lifestyle. Obviously, you're all going to talk about it. The three of you are going to like sit down, okay, and say, "All right, this is how we, will live life." Okay? You're going
No,
to be open and honest about it.
no, no. There's
What do you
always
mean
going to
no?
be because there's always going to be two against one. Well,
No.
Sally's right. Well, I agree with Jesse. Well, Bob has this to say, but I agree here and I agree there. It's always
Then
going to
maybe
be
you
two
need a
against one.
quad.
What? maybe I need a quad. Oh my God, maybe I need an aspirin. Just giving me a headache. It's very confusing. I'm sorry. It's very confusing. It really is. But
I
that
will
is.
tell you I will tell you the benefits that I found
Oh, oh
of
yeah.
there's
All right. Make
benefits
it
to it.
good. Give me a
Okay.
good one. Make
Let me
it good.
take let me take the orgy off of here. Hold on a second.
Why?
Where is it? You want to keep seeing that?
I think that's funny.
Yeah? Keep it up? Okay.
Yes,
So,
because it's kind of like sister wives. Yes, but there's more to that. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
benefits.
Benefit.
Expanded love and support, diverse needs fulfillment, personal growth and
Yeah.
exploration, enhanced communication, flexibility. I miss those days,
Like a
flexibility.
pretzel? Like what do you mean?
Community and belonging, reduced pressure on partner. Like, what if, here's the thing, there's three of you, right?
Yeah.
You're doing
Yeah.
your polyamory life. What if
Yeah.
I'm tired?
Well, then you pull
I
her off
can't perform that
the
night.
Sally.
I can ask Lola to step in.
What happened? There was Jesse and Sally. Now we got Lola. Now we got to try out. Try out like that. I don't
I'm
know.
serious. Like,
Yeah.
there could be
Okay.
that could be a big benefit.
Well,
Um,
the most popular I can't even say this word. You confuse me so much. Hierarchy. The oh my gosh, I can't even say it. Okay.
hierarchy?
Well, I'm trying to say hierarchical, but I'm not saying it right, and I
No, you're
can't get it
not.
in my head.
I don't think you should
But
say it anymore.
well, the thing is out of the three, there is one that's always in charge, and the other two like let the other person be in charge, and that's kind of like um, the way it is for most, I think, polyamorous relationships. And do you know, in 2021, there was a study done that, let me see this, 4 to 5% of people in the States practice polyamory. And I think you're right. It gives a sense of belonging, a sense of security. It could be cultural, it could be religious, but that goes over to there's polyamory and there's polygamy. You know the difference?
What?
Polygamy is like the guy in Sister Wives that he was able
I never
to.
watched that.
Well, I never watched it either, but he had all those wives. Um, yes, Deb Killeen says, yeah, there's an alpha that's in the hierarchical. I can't say it. Oh my God. That's in the one where somebody is in charge and the other two listen to what they say. Like, to me, it's like, okay, I'm the daddy and you're my kids, but that's kind of weird too. So we don't even want to go there. Okay.
So,
Okay.
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett's daughter Willow has expressed interest in polyamory.
And being a
The
throuple?
Yep, the actress Tilda Swinton, I don't know who that is. Monique, Dan Savage, the author and sex advice columnist, is well known for his advocacy of polyamory.
Who? I missed that. Who?
So these, Dan Savage,
Oh.
Bella Thorne, I don't know who these people are. The actress and
Okay.
singer has been open about her polyamorous relationships. Those
Ren,
are
Ren
celebrities.
Ren says thruples are usually equal, no hierarchy. That's more in a polygamous relationship. That's not true. I read that on the polyamory site that it's a polyamorous, but I'm sure it could be a polygamous thing too. So, but
I would be
it,
the hierarchy.
um, I would be no. It's just no. That just I'm just I feel like okay because a lot of people say it's a consensual thing, it's a romantic thing, it's a sexual thing. I wouldn't want to share my sexual partner with anybody else. I just wouldn't want to do it. It's just like no, no. It's like, and then you get a security problem. Well, is she better than me? Is she thinner than me? What can she do that I can't do? You go through all this kind of stuff.
No, it would be fun and it would be learning.
Um, no, I don't want to learn. No, I'm good. I'm good. No, thanks. Good luck. I'm good. All right. But
So,
what?
do you want to know the cons?
Yes, I do. Tell me the cons because I think most of it is a con and a con, like a con job. But go ahead. Yeah.
The first one is time management. Managing multiple relationships can be complex and time-consuming.
Yes.
Balancing time among partners,
Yeah.
jealousy
Okay.
and insecurity, communication challenges, social stigma and
Hmm.
misunderstandings, legal and financial complications. Ooh, that's interesting.
Well,
Now,
actually,
can you get married in a polyamory
no,
situation?
no, you cannot. And polyamorous couples do not have the same right as married couples. So heaven forbid if somebody gets sick and you're in a
Are they a dependent for my taxes?
that's a really I didn't get that one. Geez, that's the one answer I don't have. No, I don't
I
know.
would just want somebody to share the housework. Like,
What would you want them to do? Say, okay.
Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, I'll do the housework,
Oh
and the other
no.
days that they could share the other days. I'm
Debbie
just
says,
saying.
interested in how it works. Two women, one man, two men, one woman. Are they all considered bisexual? It can be considered. It can be heterosexual or homosexual or bisexual. It can be any one of those three, according to the notes. So
I wonder, so because I am intrigued by all this. So
yeah.
there's men listening to this. We have Danny and
Mhm.
Jace, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So how would one of you feel that there would be like two males and one female in oh, Danny's okay. Let's read
Okay.
this. Danny says, here is a different perspective. Why not be selfless and want your partner to experience absolute bliss and experience and be good with it? If you have to worry about your partner liking someone else and or leaving you, then you got more problems than sharing. That's sharing.
But wouldn't you be worried that you could develop feelings for somebody else if you're spending this kind of time, emotional time with them, though?
I'll let Danny answer.
Yeah.
He said, don't cross swords.
Good to know. Okay.
Oh my God.
Karen says bisexual women and one transgender
Yes.
straight man. What does that mean? What? Karen? What are you answering? I kind of missed you. More common. Oh, okay. I got you now. Okay. Um, is it avoiding commitment if you're in a throuple or a quad or anything like that? Instead of committing to one person, you're kind of avoiding it and kind of just having a good time. A man told me he's happily married, but his wife has a boyfriend and they are looking for a girlfriend for
I'm
him.
intrigued. Tell me more, Deb.
A man said he's happily married, but his wife has a boyfriend and they're looking for a girlfriend for him. Um,
I want to be there for that conversation, how that originally went. Like, you sitting down to dinner, you'd be like, hey, guess what? This is what I'm thinking. Let's do this.
well, is it? Guess what? Hey, let's. Would you like to join us in the bedroom, or is it a serious relationship? Yes, Karen says that's just swinging. I agree. That's just swinging because you're not looking for the emotional component. Okay. TJ says I am so confused on that. You're not the only one, TJ. It's like polyamory. There's just too much stuff going on here. But
I think no, I think you're making it more complex. It doesn't need to be, Helen. It's
how
very
am I
simple.
how?
So if there are people that are interested in doing this, I
Yeah.
think that you
Okay.
have to be open and honest.
Uh huh.
Talk about the thoughts, the feelings, your concerns, obviously. I'm
Yeah.
sure there's going to be concerns that would be like, human nature, that there'd be concerns that would come up. You
Okay.
talk them all out.
Uh huh.
I don't know, maybe even have a contract
But
if you
like
feel better.
you
I mean, I'm not
know,
saying that's
I
what
don't
I
know.
would do, but I'm just saying, like, you talk it out. You have a conversation and you ease into it.
Deb says, is it a get free card to be someone other than your spouse? It could be. I guess if everybody's a consenting adult, I guess whatever you want to do goes. But it seems to be, really quite popular, and I just don't get it. I guess I'm
This
selfish.
would be really, really, really money making on OnlyFans.
Okay. But OnlyFans, don't they just do, I don't know about OnlyFans. Do they do videos or something like that?
They
I don't
do.
know.
It's a little of everything. It's not just, like porn stuff. It could
Okay.
be cooking, but
Okay.
there's spicy stuff on the
Okay.
OnlyFans.
Well, all right. I don't know about the
Yeah.
OnlyFans, but I just feel like it's something that could be something that could grow. I don't know about older people getting into it, but maybe the younger people would be into it. I don't know. I don't know because
Who
I
pays for dinner?
that's really that's
I would totally have the third
disgusting.
person go grocery shopping, that's for sure.
Well, I don't know. First of all, my house isn't big enough for a throuple, so I feel like where do you sleep on the couch? That's another.
You
What
wouldn't
size
sleep in the
bed do
same
you have?
bed?
It better be a California king. So, because I'll tell you, I mean, I have a queen, and that that's small sometimes, you know,
No, they probably would have to be another bedroom.
like a big bedroom or one with a swing or something. What are you talking about?
Well, that would be a great room.
A
Like,
great
that would be
room,
a great room.
the great room.
Like,
Okay.
I would imagine that if somebody was doing this polyamory stuff, that, they're in a place where there's enough room, there's,
Hmm.
an extra room, they have their own space. That way everybody can just maybe go their own way too. Maybe people want to be alone for a night,
Well,
you
I
know?
would think so that you have to, that comes with boundaries, but there is something called polyfidelity too, that if a throuple or a quad or whatever, if everybody is involved emotionally in that relationship, then they all stay monogamous within that foursome or threesome. Um, but okay, no, one big room, all three are together. Karen, how do you know so much about this? You want to tell me something I don't know? Karen is one of my dear friends, so maybe we got to talk after this, Karen. Seriously, because I wouldn't know about this at all. But there's also something about poly. I know I'm kidding. Um, Poly cheating. Where okay, there's a thruple, and then somebody dates a person in that thruple casually, but the thruple doesn't bring that person who's dating casually into the thruple relationship.
What?
Okay. Did you get that?
No.
Okay. There's I forgot what it's called, and of course I didn't write it down. Oh, solo poly. Solo poly. They live alone, but they're in a casual relationship with the threesome, but they're only dating one person in the threesome, but it's called solo poly, and they live alone. They don't live within the threesome, but they date somebody in the threesome, but they're not part of the threesome. Okay,
Ah. So
all
they
right.
they they hang out at
I
their
see.
house or wherever.
Yeah,
They're single, but
yeah,
with one of them, but they
yeah,
go home to their own space, their own
yeah.
house, their own apartment, whatever. They're not
But it's
living with them.
casual. They're not like emotionally involved.
Huh,
Yeah, this is a lot of
that
work.
might work. So,
I got to
what
tell you,
percent of
one for
people are
me.
polyamorous?
Say that again.
What percent of people are polyamorous?
4 to 5% in the states.
How'd you know?
I did the research. I saw
Ah,
that. I looked it up.
oh.
So
How long do poly relationships last on average? How many years?
that's a good question. Do you know that? I don't know that.
Yes,
Okay, I would think 5 years. That's a guess.
5 to 8.
Damn, I'm good. Okay.
Polyamorous relationships tend to last quite a while since polyamorous people tend to be communicative, open, honest, and emotionally available. So I wonder, so that tells me, are they more open, more honest, more communicative, more emotionally available than the normal regular couple?
I think so because again, it's two against one. They have somebody to lean on all the time. Even if they have a fight or they're wrong, they have one or two people to lean on. When you have a fight with somebody, okay, or an argument with somebody, there's nobody you can lean on to go, hoo, 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 hoo. But if you're in a throuple, you can go lean on somebody to get that validation or something like that. You see, to me, it's always going to be two against one somewhere along the line. It's just like, why didn't you do the dishes? Well, I thought it was your night. Why didn't you have sex with what's his face? Well, it wasn't your night and I was tired. Go do your thing. We're in a throuple. We're in this together. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
So polyamory is becoming more normal. As of 2023, the Pew Research states 51% of adults younger than 30 are doing this.
How? 51%?
51% younger than 30.
Are
I find this so intriguing. Danny,
a,
maybe we did things wrong. Maybe we need a polyamory.
I would love to be a fly on the wall for that one. Okay, Danny says, humans complicate things. You must live every day as if there was no tomorrow. That's true, but live it with one person, not a throuple. And TJ says, this could create a whole new divorce system. Two people divorce one, or all three divorce each other. Wow, that'd be a mess.
Why is polyamory looked down upon?
Because it's looked upon as cheating. Because people think, yeah, because people think it's cheating. Yeah.
So, no, because society thinks it's, morally wrong, but some that practice it incorrectly because they see it as an excuse to have sex with many partners. So they're practicing their polyamory incorrectly. That's part of the problem.
But that's okay. Polyamorous, you consult to, polyamorous, the throuple, you're consenting to be in a relationship with more than one person, meeting the emotional and sexual needs. And polygamy, you have multiple spouses. Polygamy is illegal. Polyamory is not. And it's often, when you're a polygamist, it's often a political or a cultural thing. And a man can have many wives. And, in polyamory, it's, there's no legal recourse. So,
because it's just a few people having a good time.
Yeah, too much. Doesn't make much. Yeah. But in this thing it says, is polyamory a fancy word for cheating? And they say no, because cheating, you're sneaking behind somebody's back, you're sneaking off somewhere. And polyamory, you're having your fun and games with everybody, but it's all consensual. So, yeah. Oh, how about this? What's the difference between polyamory and swinging? What Karen said before. Oh,
the pineapple on the porch.
I love pineapples, and ever since we discussed that thing, I never put a pineapple in my my cart because I don't want anything like, hey, how you doing? No, I don't do that now. So, I don't play with the pineapple.
No, if you put a pineapple on your front porch, that's letting the world know you're ready to swing.
Yeah, but that's also if you put it in your shopping cart when you're food shopping.
Oh, that's a thing?
Yeah, if you put it upside down or something like that. Yeah, that's like
we've put pineapples before for eating pleasure.
Sure you have. Sure you have.
I didn't know. So in other words, if I'm at the grocery store and I pick up a pineapple,
yes,
I put it in my cart, somebody's going to think I'm a swinger?
Yes. Yeah. I swear to God, Google it right now. Google it for me, because you have your computer right there. Google it. Pineapple signs for swinging or something like that. Okay. Karen says polyamorous is a committed relationship between three people without dating outside the relationship. Yes, correct. Deb Phillips says, is the commitment the same? If one becomes very ill, do all partners step in to take care? I would think in polyamory, yes, because they've all made that commitment. Can you switch out a person? Okay. You see, it's 2 against 1. We don't like her anymore. Get out of here. So maybe. Karen says, You, Me, Her is a series on Prime. Never saw it. And Susan said, I never heard that. LOL. Susan, all this stuff is so foreign to me. It's just like, the Polyamory Society is going to come after Lisa and myself for being fresh about their
So
whatever.
you could buy on Amazon an upside down pineapple shirt and it
Told ya.
says sharing is caring.
See, see. So you
That is
gotta be
funny.
careful. You have to be careful how you put that pineapple in your. You
There's
call it a
another
barbecue.
one. There's another one you can get on Temu. Am I saying that
What?
right? Temu, Temu. Plays well with others. It's an upside down pineapple
Told ya.
on a
There you
flag.
go.
Oh, it's an outside flag. So you
Oh
can
my
let your
God.
neighbors and your passerbys know you're a swinger. Huh.
See, live and learn. So you all better watch yourselves with your pineapples. That's all I'm saying. Oh my gosh. Deb Killeen says Valentine's Day could get expensive. Yeah, yes. Well, Deb, next week Lisa's going to talk about Valentine's Day because she thinks it's stupid.
It
So
really
we're going to
is
be at
stupid.
opposite ends of the spectrum next week. That should be a lot of fun. And Karen says on cruise ships you will see a lot of pineapples on the doors. Really? Wow. Okay. Who knew? Jeez.
The villages in Florida. Yeah, that's right, Mary.
Whoa. Okay.
That's like one big giant swing.
Who knew? The villages now are going to get with a. They're going to send us cease and desist, something like that. Can you have real intimacy in polyamorous relationships? Some people find they have deeper intimacy in polyamory as they explore deep emotions, challenges, and joys in their polyamorous relating. For the necessary level of honesty, self knowledge, and sensitivity to their partner's deepest desires to bring more intimacy than they ever expected in monogamy. Okay. All right. Mary says colored flags and golf carts. I'm learning so much today, but I will tell you that the polyamory is I don't know. It's
How did
just
we even get this topic, Helen?
actually one of my
How'd you think of
friends.
this?
I didn't think of it. One of my friends suggested it,
Ah,
so
okay.
I think it's great. I
Are they in a polyamory relationship?
where who?
The friend that suggested it.
No, no, she's not a polyamory person, but she just thought it would be interesting.
I would love to have had somebody to interview polyamory, like active,
Uh,
and maybe
yeah,
like one that maybe it didn't go so well. I would have liked two different scenarios, two different stories.
true. That would have been interesting. But how do
Danny.
we find? I'm not going on a polyamory website because they're going to be, how you doing? No, 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 no. We just want to talk to you. No, just want to talk.
Is there a upside down pineapple site?
I would think so. I don't know. Everybody's going to think I'm a polyamory person now. No, I'm
I
not.
just think like, that little senior that doesn't know anything about the pineapples and she sees like the outdoor flag that you put in the ground very innocently. She's buying one that has a pineapple on it.
Yeah,
And maybe it happens to be upside down. She is not knowing,
yeah,
she thinks sharing is caring is such a sweet thing to,
that's
everybody,
true.
loves love. And she
Hmm.
puts it outside on her front, porch or something. Everybody's gonna think she's a swinger and she's not. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I
For
feel
the
sorry for
people
that
that
little
I wouldn't
lady.
have known.
There you go. All right. Let's see. Does everybody in a poly relationship have sex with each other? Some do, many don't. Some lovers form triads or quads, tight
Mhm.
knit groups of three, four, or more, showing the love and connection all around. More often, some of the interlinks are merely friendships or acquaintances. Some polyamorous partners prefer to date as a couple, triad, or group and are looking for compatibility romantically and sexually among everyone. Only Others only have relationships one on one. Often those are involved meet and are friends. I think somebody asked, do you have to be bisexual? No, you don't have to be bisexual even to have a close relationship with a group of lovers. In our sex obsessed culture, it's easy to forget that deep non sexual relationships between people of the same gender have been widely regarded as normal throughout history. Hmm.
Hmm.
And somebody says, do you have time for more than one relationship? This can be tough. Kids, jobs. How do you bring kids into a polyamory thing? And then the kids go to school. Oh, here's my mommy, mommy, and mommy, or here's my mommy and daddy. And
That's normal nowadays, I think.
well, I think if it's a gay couple, it's normal, it's okay. But polyamory is kind of like it's still. I think it's still a little out there. You don't think it's still a little out there?
Eh,
Okay.
eh.
So Deb Phillips says, okay, so they don't necessarily have sex. No, not necessarily. So then it could be more like, then you're not really a throuple or a couple. You're more like roommates, like the Golden Girls or something like that, right?
Well,
Anybody?
those were all girls.
Well, yeah,
They were all friends.
but polyamory could be all. It could be all the same sex, but they weren't having sex. So, but they weren't a quad. They were roommates. This is so confusing. Anyway.
Well, all right. I'm gonna pivot a minute. So polyamory started, let me read this. The sexual revolution and the free love movement challenged traditional norms surrounding sexuality, marriage, 1960s and 70s. The term polyamory, late 20th century. The term polyamory itself was coined in the 1990s.
Okay.
Gaining momentum actually in the 1980s and 1990s as part of the broader discussions on sexuality, relationship rights, and personal freedom.
Hmm.
This show is the first I've ever heard of it.
I've heard of it before, but it's just like, again, I think people would get involved in thruples or something like that just because they're lonely. And if a
I
couple
think it's a nice word for threesomes.
Yeah, I think so too, actually. Yeah.
I think it's more, classy.
To say we're a thruple?
Well, no, to say we're in a polyamorous relationship as opposed to I'm part of a threesome. Especially if like you're in your 50s and you're in this relationship with other people and you live this lifestyle and you are open to talking about it. It's just polyamorous seems like a very nice, classy term to use as opposed to I'm in my 50s and I'm in a threesome.
Well, this is interesting. Deb Phillips says, what happened to a menage a trois? Well, isn't that I would think a menage a trois is a one night thing rather than a throuple being in a relationship. Okay.
Mm.
Are most thruples one man and two women or vice versa? That's a good question. We have no idea.
I will ask.
But
Hold on.
Lisa's gonna Google, because if I Google, I'll disconnect us. So it's what I do. So Lisa's gonna find out. But I would tend to think it's two women and a man. That's what I would tend to think.
I think that would be the more popular version.
I would think so too.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, although I wouldn't mind two men and me because then like
Uh-oh.
so much could get done around the house.
Oh,
Like, like I'm not talking sexual stuff. I'm talking like, if I want certain things done, like if I need a handyman, they could both be handymanning all over the place.
Hey, a man that can swing a hammer is very sexy, just saying. Anyway.
Right?
Yeah. Says, suppose one truly falls in love with one. Well, I guess that's what it's supposed to be. But if they really fall in love, and then again, it's two against one, so one gets diced out, I guess.
Lisa needs a chef and a carpenter. This is what I'm saying. I don't know if I was asking correctly. It didn't give me the answer to what the normal is, but I would imagine think about it.
Yeah, I would tend to think it'd be a guy and two girls. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
lucky him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because then it could be a menage night after night.
Although,
Although
No, I mean, I don't know. Danny can argue this if he wants. I don't think he will. I mean, I'm not a
Uh-oh.
nagger. Like, I don't nag. Like, I'm pretty easygoing. I
Yeah,
may chitter chatter a lot, but I'm not a nagger. I'm not, whiny. I'm not like, I'm not like that.
right.
So the normal two women, and nothing against women. I'm a woman. I'm women for women, but two women and one man. I mean, if they're very boisterous and if they happen to be naggers, that could be a lot for the one guy.
I would agree. But then again, you'd have to really, that comes with getting to know somebody before you ask them to be a throuple. How do
And
you
then,
ask
like,
somebody to be a throuple, though? I mean,
yeah,
what do you're hanging out, and then somebody gives somebody a look like, how you doing? And then, like, all of a sudden you think,
yeah.
oh, this would really be nice to part of a throuple. How do you go about getting that to happen? Um,
You could be out and about, and maybe you see somebody that's like fun and flirty, and there's chemistry between you and your partner, and you're like, hey, wouldn't this be cool?
okay.
It could be something simple as that,
Hmm.
spontaneous.
Okay.
Or when you go into the relationship, and this is something that you talk about. I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but like Danny and I, if we're walking down the street, going to a restaurant or something, I check out other women. Like, oh,
That's okay.
she's got a cute butt.
That's not. And I do too. I always I look at what women are wearing, or a woman, if I think a woman is particularly beautiful.
Mhm.
I have no problem with that. And if she has a rocking body, I want to trip her. But okay, but I'll say, wow, she looks great.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. But
Yeah.
you know, just yeah, I think it's human nature just to look.
Yep.
Don't you think?
Yep.
And I think it's okay to look. Deb says, on dating sites, people have stated in their profiles that they are polyamorous. Yeah, okay. Susan said there must be jealousy every so often. I would think so. And Deb says, what if your husband decides he wants to be polyamorous and you do not? That's a
Ooh.
good question. That's a really good question. Um, I would say no. So I guess that would be it. See ya.
Get a lawyer.
There you go, Susan. Yeah. I mean, yeah,
Well,
I think it could happen.
I think you have to talk about, you know, why he's looking to have one and then
Yeah.
why you don't want to have one. You need to actually visit the reasons why he's asking
Mhm.
and why you say no. You have to, look at yourselves and look at your
Yeah.
partner and you have to talk about that,
Mhm.
you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. But I guess you have to work at keeping the spice in the marriage. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe just have a part-time polyamorous relationship.
Well, then
Part-time.
well, I think I read something about you can have a part-time polyamorous relationship, but to me that's really just like you're having a menage a trois every once in a while.
Mm.
You're not really investing the emotional or the real connection into it.
That might be like hot wifing.
What's hot wifing? I've never even heard of that term. Okay.
So hot wifing is similar, but it's
Yeah.
like once in a while and you meet up somewhere and you watch your wife get entertained by another man.
Well, I guess if it's consensual and the husband's okay with it and the wife's okay with it, I guess it's
Yeah.
okay. I mean, wouldn't be my cup of tea. And
Yeah.
would it be your cup of tea? I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
mean,
think.
it's a lot. The polyamorous thing, I don't know. I find that there's so many levels to that because there's so many things. It's not just sex.
Well, I don't think if you have a menage a trois, you're going to be talking about the Grammys or anything like that. Or
No, but you have an extra person to play a board game with.
I don't think you're going to be playing a board game either.
Yes, you could.
I don't think so. I don't think
It
so.
could be sexy board game night. It could be spicy sex
Oh,
board game.
okay. It's like playing Naked Twister. I mean, I don't know.
Well, no, those days are gone. That will never happen. That will never happen. I don't think it ever did happen, but that will never happen.
No, I can't play Twister. Break my back. Okay, let's see. Susan says male fantasy. Deb says some people like a buffet. Absolutely. But I think the thing behind polyamory is they want to have that emotional connection as well as the physical connection. And
Maybe it's female, female, male because the female gets more interaction from the other female and sometimes not so much from the male.
interaction in what way? You mean
Just
sexually or
on
emotionally?
emotionally or
Well,
on any level.
well, don't you think females tend to be more emotionally than intelligent than men?
I mean, yeah,
We
but
get shot now, so but whatever. I
but
think women tend to be more emotionally open. Most they just tend to
Danny's
be.
unusual. He is
Well,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was waiting for him to chime in with that because I know
I
he's
think
very
he's doing
emotional.
doggy stuff.
Okay,
I hear him in the
well,
kitchen.
okay, because I know he is very emotionally available, which I think is wonderful. I think that's
Yeah.
awesome. Actually, you guys are an inspiration that way. But
Yeah.
otherwise, I think men tend to be a lot more guarded. We're going to do a show on that. We have it put down about your intimate quotient, how, like, what is real intimacy to you? And I think real intimacy is being, emotionally vulnerable. But we'll talk about that another time. That's one
Yeah.
of our shows that's going to be coming up soon.
Yep.
So, Lise, it's 7:45.
Yep.
We did it again, as usual,
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah.
Any
Great
final thoughts?
comments.
Yes, absolutely. This was a good one. I enjoyed this, although
This was
confusing,
fun.
I might say. I was just like, wait, I'm getting confused. But it was good.
Next show. Lisa thinks Valentine's Day is stupid. Let's talk Valentine's Day.
You guys, please tune in for that. It's going to be a hoot because I'm going to be wearing my Valentine's Day little thingies and eating candy. And
I'm
Lisa's
gonna
going to be,
wear all black like my soul.
Lisa is the Valentine's Day Grinch. Okay. So we're
It's
going
a
to talk.
money-making stupid scheme. Just saying. I'll
And
leave it
I
at
think
that
it's
for
a
now.
lovely holiday to show your love to the world that you love somebody. And what harm does it do to bring somebody a box of candy? I'm just saying.
Do it a few days later and you can get it 75% off.
Oh my God. Anyway, so this is going to be a lot of fun. So tune in next Monday. And thank you everybody for tuning in. If you want to find us, you can find us on.
Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, Pocket Cast, and Radio Public.
And if you need a producer,
Jace is our producer. Jace at www.producerjace.com.
okay. All right, everybody. Have a great week. Mary, thank you. And we'll see you guys next week. Have a safe week.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.